Morning, and welcome to this week's vlog. We're up in Leek at the moment, at the end of the Leek arm, taking the dogs for a walk. And there's a river churn it down there, and we're just on our way back to the boat. I couldn't record the way up the Leek because it was raining on the day that I came up, but we're having a bit of a mini heat wave now. This is actually September. And so we've been here for about 3 days now. It's a 2-week mooring, so there's plenty of time. So yeah, so we're just going back to the boat and we're going to move today. Not sure where to. Got to slowly make my way back to Stoke-on-Trent because I've bought a motorbike. So for the boat, so I can go out and get my shopping and pick parts up and stuff like that. Oh, beautiful sunshine. So yeah, it's really nice round here. We're just going along the Churnet River Churnet, and then we're come up here and I'll show you the end of the Leek arm, which is obviously a dead end. So catch you in a sec. Here we are, just coming up to the end of the Churnet, and this just turns left underneath the end of the Leek arm, which is up there. And yeah, this is really nice. To the Ladder Edge Country Park we've just been to. There's a map up here if I remember correctly. Ooh. There you go. Freeze here if you're interested. Right, here we are at the end of the Leek branch, and if you go through there, that takes you into an industrial estate, which you can walk up the main road, which takes you up into Leek. And here it is, guys. This is the end of the canal. But don't come this far if your boat is more than 45 feet, because you won't be able to turn round. You've got to turn round by where I'm moored up here. Let's go back to the boat. Yeah, I've had a really good time in Leek. Some cracking pubs. I think the Wellington was the best pub I went to. Real backstreet local boozer, just what I like. Good ales, not a foodie place, you know, just bar snacks maybe. And the locals are really friendly, especially a chap called Gaz and his Mrs. Heidi. Lovely people. Just came over and just started chatting about dogs and stuff. Really bought me a beer. Just really nice people. So yeah, the other pub is the Roebuck, which is a Titanic Brewery pub. So I went and downed a few pints of the lovely plum porter in there. So can't pass on a pint of plum porter. Well, it was a bit expensive, I must admit. It was like about 70 pence dearer than most places, so it was a bit pricey. And if you're ever going in the pubs in Leek, watch out for a young lad called Chris. He's got Down syndrome, and he ever such a nice lad. But what he does is he goes round all the drinkers and he sits there and gives you a sob story. He says like it's his birthday, or he's getting married tomorrow or whatever. So you end up buying him a drink. And then once I bought him a drink, and then one of the locals said, mate, don't buy him a drink, that's all he does. He'll end up wanting to borrow money off you, and oh, nightmare. But nice lad, but interested even. So right, this is us just coming up to the boat. Just up by that bridge is the Winding Hole. That's the way you turn round, then you reverse down here. Excuse the washing line. Be silly not to get the washing done. Nice weather. So yeah, you might have noticed as well, I've got no beard. Yeah, I had a bit of an accident and I had to shave it off, so it's growing back now. But normal facial features will resume. There's Dodger, looking faded as ever. I've painted the other side. I just haven't got around to doing this side yet, but hopefully be able to do that today or tomorrow before the weather turns. Right, let's get in, get some breakfast, get the dogs fed. I just want to change the oil and do my engine checks and all that today before we go as well. And what else have I got to do? Yeah, check the gearbox oil as well. So just general maintenance, and then we'll head off down the Leek arm and record it on the way back out. Right, that's all my chores done. Washing's in, everything's done. No wash on. Whilst the washing machine was on, I did a full service on the boat, gearbox, the Morse cables as well. They were playing up. That rattle on the gearbox you might have heard on the previous videos, that was the cables must have stretched or something, so I readjusted them, adjusted the tick over, topped up the antifreeze, full service basically. So yeah, we should be ready to go now until we get to about I imagine up to Llangollen now. So oh yeah, and filled up the diesel as well, put 40 litres of diesel in. That's how much it's cost us to come up from just above Coventry. So I'll settle for that. Yeah, let's crack on and get the boat going. Ah, look at that. We're not going very far. We're on the bottom. Better go and fix that. Thought we had a bit of a lean on. Flipping heck, that was a nightmare. Yeah, so we got off the bottom. I had to push the front right out and push the back out manually. It was an absolute ball ache. But we're going now, and this is the, like I said earlier, this is the beginning of the Leek arm. So bridge 9. So the beginning of the Leek arm, Leek end that is. So it's actually the end of the Leek arm. Right, let's crack on. Now the one thing I have noticed about the Leek arm, it's very shallow in places. Like and the water goes up and down, and I was chatting to a boater, and apparently last week somebody went down the locks going down to the holly bush, the 3 locks that go down, and they left the paddles up and it emptied all this arm, and everybody woke up and they were on the bottom. So I noticed the water levels down about a good 8 inches this morning. So whether somebody's left the paddles up again might have happened, or maybe they just get problems with the water level here. I did wake up this morning, I was doing the washing up, and I thought, you know what, this boat's leaning to one side. It wasn't leaning to one side. The first thing you do is you check the bilge and make sure that your stern gland hasn't gone and you're not gushing in water and you know flooding the boat, and everything was fine. So yeah, and then obviously when I just cast it off, the boat wasn't having none of it. He wasn't moving nowhere. So it's beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous, isn't it? That nice up here. This will be me now. I get off of here, we'll probably go down to just north of Milton tonight and go down the locks if we can get that far. Depends how I feel. The Leek arm's only about 3 miles long. I'd like to get a bit more done. This is meant to be the last warm day. Chance of really heavy thunderstorms and all that tomorrow. And if I'm going to be locking, I'd rather do it in the dry rather than have the canopy up and have to go up wet, slippy ladders. And so I think we'll get the Stockton Brook flight out the way today, and crack on, stop at Milton, and then we'll enjoy a pint in the oh bugger, I forgot the name of it now. Some hotel, the Floxy Hotel. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll tell you later. Yes, it was the Foxley Hotel. What a gorgeous, beautiful day. This is us just coming up to Leek Tunnel, 130 meters long. Boys, you'll have to come in a minute, I'm afraid. Hello, ladies. How are you doing? Having a good day? Don't do cows, we'll have a good go. Here we go. No? Oh well. Not doing very well with the impressions at the moment. I just about to crash the boat. Come on, Del. Come on. That's what you get for not paying attention. I'm in the edge. Oh dear. I'm out the edge, but can I recover it? I'll be in the tunnel in a minute. I haven't even had a drink, honestly. I've had a few days off the beer, been a good boy. Right, turn the tunnel on, light on even. This is a bit better, a bit bigger than Frog Hall, isn't it? In you get, come on, in the gets, come on, in the boat, good boys, in you get. Yeah, quite a high tunnel this is. I'm all over the place with this camera today. And if you look at the top here at the end, it looks quite modern. It's all been reinforced. I'm sure if the camera will pick that up. So obviously it was dangerous, or they've had a collapse or whatever. And if you see this step at the end, that's the original tunnel profile. It's quite nice here. You come out at the end bit here, and there's a really nice wide part of canal. Would be quite nice to moor up actually. And imagine there's a green boat here. I know the chap usually moors in places like this. Yeah, there he is. Really nice guy that owns that boat. Very chilled out. Have a look at this. I have no idea what the history is and why this is so wide. Maybe someone could let me know in the comments if you know. And there's the tunnel. The Leek arm is a beautiful canal. I think you'll agree. Glad I come up here. First time. The old sploshy prop. It's them little buggers down there causing that. They're getting the leaves around the prop, making it cavitate. What a beautiful canal. That looks good up there. Nice little walkies for the boys. I think the Caldon and the Leek arm, to be honest with you, it's nearly the same as the Llangollen. I think the Llangollen probably just pips it. But yeah, what a beautiful canal. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful little picturesque bridges on this canal. And this one here is Bridge 7. That's the Caldon arm down the bottom there. Where the woods are, that's the other arm, the Caldon arm. It goes along to the Black Lion and the Trent Valley Railway and Staffordshire, North Staffordshire Railway I should say. We've done that one. We'll soon be doing the end of the Leek as well. Look, some moorings to let up here as well. Make a nice mooring. If anyone's after a mooring in the countryside, give this number a call. Get a mooring with a beautiful view. Bit high in the front today, so I think we may stop. We're going past a service spot, so I think I'll stop and fill up the water. I've had the wash machine going a couple of times, so probably the tank is probably getting a bit low. A nice little setting. Looks like we got moorings down here. Gotta slow down. These boats don't look like they've been used for a bit. It's sad to see a neglected boat. Beautiful English countryside. This is a beautiful little house, well kept gardens. Well, I think it's two houses, yeah, two houses. And we're right above the holly bush now. We've just gone under bridge 4, and if you were to turn off at that bridge, it'd take you straight down to the holly bush pub. But we've been there, we've done that. Got a crack on. Right, this is just before bridge 3, and there are good moorings here. It's just next to the aqueduct. There's also a little mooring on the offside as well over here, which is nice. I'm not sure if you're actually allowed to use it, but it does look okay. And it looks like people have been using it. And after you come through bridge 3, well, you'll know probably anyway because you'll be on your way back, there is a really tight right-hander. There's the other canal down here. I can't quite see over the aqueduct. This is an aqueduct going over the Caldon Canal. See if we can just sneak through here. Got a little peep in case there's a boat coming. Oh, you can see that? It's a really tight right-hander. This is proper 90-degree bend. The map's got it down as being like quite a shallow bend. Colin's map, you lie like cheap watch. Make this. Yay! Made it. Lovely. Yeah, so tight little bend, that one. Says coming down to bridge 2, and there's a bit of a sad sight here. There's kind of a half sunk boat there, a bit like Charity Dock this is. And if you go past here, there's a boat down here which has sunk by the looks of things, and it's you know, it's got a nice canopy, working canopy on the front and all that, which is someone's pride and joy at one point, and now lead on the bottom. Can't understand it. And I've got a big fat whinging whippet. What's up with you? Stop whinging. This is bridge 2. We're nearly at the beginning, or the end, or the beginning of the Leek arm now. So we're just coming up to my end, which will be your beginning. Bridge number 1. This is just where the canals split, the Caldon and the Leek. And I'll be back on the Caldon in a minute, and there is actually a got the Revs boats here. There's good moorings here on the right hand side, so quite popular. So you'll have to check to see if they're available if you want to get on there. But yeah, there's good moorings here. And once we get through this bridge here, that'll be us. We'll be in the on the Caldon. This is bridge number 1, and this is the start of the Leek arm. And there you can just see the top lock, which locks down onto the Caldon branch to go down to Hall, which we did in our earlier vlog. So yeah, this bit here, by the way, this wide piece, I'll show you, you get a bit of view in a minute. The maximum, if you're coming up from there, so you've come down, you come up from the Caldon, and you're coming up and you want to do the Leek like I did, you can, the maximum length boat, you can come out of there and come round here, back that way. The maximum length, I would say, is 60 foot. Dodger 60 foot, and I only just did it. I had to get the pole, and I had to go to the front of the boat, and I had to pole the front end round, because there's no way you would have been able to steer it round. So just bear in mind, if you're looking at 72 foot or anything like that, you'll have to go down here, down to the winding hole, wind round and come back. So, yeah, and that's the locks, the 3 locks going down to the holly bush on the Caldon. Well, that was the Leek branch. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a lovely canal, very shallow in places, so if you're deep drafted, could be a problem, but I think you get up there. I saw a few deep drafted boats up there. Just might have to take your time and not try to rush. Should have bought a motorhome if you want to rush around the canals. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog.